Hey guys, Joe DeMarco for the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, April the 6th, 2018. And as you can see, you know, if it wasn't so disgusting, it would be funny. It is cloudy and it's raining again. We have two weathers, rain or snow. Tomorrow, it's going to snow. I'm not kidding you. On April the 7th, we're going to have more snow tomorrow. This winter will not end. Right now, the temperature is 37 degrees. I'm going to show you this, because I know you probably don't believe this. 37 degrees is the temperature right now. It is disgusting. It's been cloudy every day. It has rained or snowed every day since I talked to you last week, with the exception of yesterday. Yesterday was just plain cloudy. I'm getting a little wet out here, but I have no real choice. Today we're going to talk about an unusual rise in cancellations and returns on eBay, both with you guys and with me. We're going to discuss about eBay Open. We're also going to discuss your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. So let's get right to it. On an item arriving broken, Rubber Wilbur wrote, Joe, in a situation like this week, when you were pretty confident the lady was telling the truth that the item sent was broken, did you just go ahead and refund her and ask her not to return it, saving you the return shipping? If I get a suspicion they're telling the truth and the shipping is expensive, I will do that. Amazon actually does this by default on a lot of items and just tells the customer to keep it. Rubber Wilbur? Yes, for the first, maybe in my 19-year eBay career, this is either the first or the second time I've ever told somebody not to return an item, because it would have cost me $15 to get the item back, and if she's telling the truth and the item is broken, I have no use for it. So I told her to go ahead and keep it, and I gave her a full refund. On glitches, SD Coins and Collectibles wrote, Joe, my report card said I have above average returns. I have never had a return in my life, ever. I called eBay about this and was told by somebody in Utah that those report cards were errors and were sent out as a mistake and just to ignore it. She checked with her boss and I've never had a return, and they confirmed it's just another eBay glitch. You would think with the money that eBay makes, they could afford to have a website with less glitches, especially the app. On free returns, Polymer Clay Art wrote, I had an average report, Joe, but what I don't understand is eBay pushing us to offer free returns and that they are punishing us for it. All these bad buyers who do not want to pay return shipping don't tell the truth. They will say not as described when there's nothing wrong with the item. I think it's great that eBay is trying to keep higher standards of service and force sellers to be the best they can be. I'm just saying, things can turn around against eBay in the long run. Their platform is getting very strict, and many sellers will not be able to maintain those very high standards, and in many cases they're becoming excessive. On the other hand, we as sellers may also benefit from this, as we'll have less competition among us, many sellers that will not be able to keep up with all these new eBay policies. I am not, as you know, opting into free returns. That would be my death knell with the amount of returns I get in eBay Motors. Okay? But you do what works for you. I think, and this is just conjecture on my part, I think that maybe after a trial period goes by, let's say maybe 6 months, eBay may do away with free returns if they see people are abusing the system. Here's a little funny story about picture collectors. Patricia Morell wrote, I had a guy message me about a $16.95 textbook on Planet Anatomy that I have listed. It's an academic work from the 1970s. He wanted me to tell him what subjects were covered and if there are full-page illustrations and to take pictures of them and send them to him. I suggested he go to Google Books where there is a ton of info on books. He messaged me back irate, saying he couldn't see why I would not take more pictures for him since the book is right there. My listing has lots of photos of illustrations with text, but no pics of full-page illustrations. I wrote back, only because we have to respond to messages, that I would love to take lots of pictures for him, but the book is at the shippers. Another block. As many have noted, if they email you demands, block. I thought that was a funny story about the guy asking for all those pictures of the book, and the book is only $16.95. I know a lot of you good people say that when people bombard you with questions, I mean one after the other, rapid fire, you usually block and run as fast as you can. Well guys, I gotta tell you something. I had one of those people last week who bombarded me with questions. One after the other, after the other, after the other. And he bought the item. I shipped him the item, and what does he do? He opens a snag case against me. I sat there and I shook my head and I said, Joe, when will you learn? He claims the item is not as described, even though it is. So I called eBay yesterday and I basically got that sorted out. But it's a lesson to be learned. You are never too old to learn a lesson, and you will continue to learn lessons through your eBay selling career. I will now discuss one of our favorite topics. How much is the least you'll go for this item? Black Lotus Boutique wrote, D. Kelly did the right thing. I get that sometimes too, asking me what's the least I will go. I always go and look at their feedback. People are always looking for a deal, but what gets me is when they offer me half or less of what I have an item listed for. I just flat out say no. I'm in the business of making money. I'm not a charity. Anytime somebody says to me, what's the least you will take or how low will you go, I automatically write them off. They're not buying. I just tell them to get it locally. And that works for me. And not once has any of those people ever come back and tried to negotiate a price, because they seriously are not serious buyers in the first place. A serious buyer will always throw out a price, no matter how low it is. Case in point, here's an interesting story from the annals of Hubcap Joe this week. So here's what happened. A guy writes to me and gives me an unsolicited best offer earlier this week. I had an item listed for $45 plus shipping. He offers me $30 plus the shipping. All he does, I mean, he doesn't even put out a question. All he does is write 30 and the dollar sign. Not a real talker. So I wrote back to him and said, I'm sorry, I cannot go quite that low, leaving the door open to further communication. He writes back to me and offers me $35. Again, all he writes back is 35 with the dollar sign after it. So I then responded, because now he's getting in the territory, okay? So I said to him, if I lower the price to $35, will you buy the item today? Because that is the deal maker or that is the deal breaker. He wrote back maybe a couple of hours later, yes. A man of very few words. He wrote back, yes. So, okay, I'm going to give the guy a chance. I'll take the 35 for a quick hit because I'm still making profit on it. So I lowered the price to $35. I didn't send him an offer through the eBay messages because I've been having glitches with that, like I told you last week. I actually went into the item, lowered the price to $35, wrote back to the guy and said, I've lowered the price for you, go ahead. Now, in the past, I've had very, very good luck with people like that. 99% of them will make the purchase. Very rarely do I have a guy that does not make the purchase and dicks me over. Well, this guy dicked me over. You know, this was like Tuesday or Wednesday, I forgot all about it. So yesterday was Thursday, and I had another guy make me an unsolicited best offer on an entirely different item. And when he did that, it jogged my brain. I said, oh my God, that other guy never went ahead and made the purchase. What would you guys have done in that case? That kind of thing ruffles my feathers a little bit, I'll tell you. What I did was, number one, I went right back to the listing and I raised the price back to the original $45. Number two, I blocked the guy, because that guy, in my opinion, is a fishy buyer. He gave me his word. He made an offer of $35. He gave me his word he would make the purchase that day. And 2 days later, he still never made the purchase. His word is no good, in my opinion, so I had to block him. Question for you guys. Has that happened to you where a guy says, lower the price and I'll buy the item, you lowered it and he never bought it? And if so, what did you do in that case? I'm interested to know, so please tell me. Moving on, referring to a glitch. Picking for a cause wrote, great video. Thanks very much, Joe. I'm not sure if this was a glitch, but a buyer emailed me through eBay wanting to know if I would like to purchase more of an item I had in my store. I declined. But at the same time, I responded by referring another well-known prominent seller who sells on consignment on eBay. She also does seminars for eBay at times. I gave the buyer the store name and also referred eBay of LA to the buyer. I got a message from eBay saying that it's against eBay rules to refer someone. I forgot the exact wording and can be suspended. I was shocked because I wasn't trying to do business otherwise. I'm not a fishy seller. By the way, Joe, or any of your great fans received a notice from eBay offering you an opportunity to become a member of eBay Expression. I may give it a try. That's very interesting. I've never heard of anybody getting suspended for referring a customer to another buyer or another seller. Never in my life. And as far as eBay Expression, yes, I did get the invitation and I'm in that as well. I'm basically in just about every facet of eBay I can be in. On an item not as described, Gulf Winds wrote, my mom had the same issue you had with shipping Monday evening. My report card was excellent, with only one item not as described return over the past 12 months. Until today, I had 3 item not as described return requests. What is going on? 1 return in 12 months, then 3 in 1 day. I'm telling you, it does happen. And lately, it's been increasing, like I said earlier in the video. This week I had, I'm going to say about 5 returns, approximately. And that 1 item not as described case. My returns are always higher than most because I sell on eBay Motors. But 99% of my returns are buyer remorse, where the buyer claims he bought the wrong size or something similar to that. So I will never, ever do free shipping. Dale Leonard wrote, regarding free shipping, one more thing. A while back I started an experiment selling identical items on 2 separate accounts, both equal in feedback, between 1,000 and 2,000 with 99.9 positive feedback. One account I charged shipping for every item, and one account free shipping each item, except the price plus shipping equals the same price total free shipping. Meaning in one account he's selling an item for $20 with free shipping, and the second account he's selling the item for $10 with $10 shipping. Shockingly, so far the account charging for shipping is outselling 2 to 1. I will continue this experiment a little longer. If the trend continues, then I will charge shipping on all my items. Offering free shipping and increased sales so far seems incorrect. I agree. I think everybody should be charging shipping just to cover buyer remorse when people send items back. I can't absorb that anymore. Funny story happened regarding this week. I sold an item that's been listed for quite a while on eBay, over a year. It's in a quantity listing. The guy purchased 1. It was about $35 with free shipping. But when I went to ship it, it weighed 2 pounds. It was going to California, so I had to pay $9.19 out of my pocket for shipping. So I said to myself, never again. I immediately revised that listing. I left the price at the same $35, but I added $9 shipping. I swear to God, the very next day, the same item sold with the $9 shipping. So, like Dale Leonard just said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter! In this case, I believe my item was given a boost because somebody had just bought one. That's what I think really is going on. But I am for charging shipping in all my items. I still have some old items that I have to revise, and I'll get to them sooner or later. On sales, St. Paul MN Seller wrote, Joe, I beat Joey. I beat Joey. Sorry, Joe, it's seldom that my sales are higher than yours. Beat your $20 Sunday with an $88 day. But of course, my inverse sales reality set in again with 3 sales Monday to Wednesday with a Monday shutout while you were booming. Then you got shut out Thursday and I had a phenomenal $212 day. Yes, the week's eBay switch and shotgun were working well for us. Once again, my sales were very good this week. I made a lot. I'm very happy, but I've had huge dry spells. For instance, I'm in a dry spell right this minute. My last sale was Thursday at approximately 6:00 p.m. Okay? It is now Friday, and I haven't had a single sale on eBay. But what's going to happen is, once my store gets switched back on, they'll be coming back rapid fire, so I'm not too worried. D. Kelly wrote, my not as described report was 0.57%, a bit above average. Had a bunch of dumb returns this week, all but one admitted it was their mistake. The one buyer that opened a not as described as missing parts when the listing clearly states the parts that he claims are missing were not included. The parts were not even pictured and it stated they were not included. This jerk won't admit he screwed up. eBay won't force him to pay the return shipping. Drives me nuts. In cases like that, I've called eBay myself, and Kelly's right. eBay will not force the buyer to pay the return shipping. However, at times eBay will reimburse us because it's not our fault. eBay will reimburse us. And believe it or not, through a glitch in the eBay system, like I explained a few weeks ago, if eBay did rule in our favor and did make the buyer pay return shipping, we would receive a defect on our account. Unbelievable. Just crazy. A few channel comments, and then we'll get into some new topics. Kat Galan wrote, thanks, Joe, for another great informative video. A thumbs up as always. I will keep an eye out for any checkout with replied offer glitches of any kind and keep you posted. I did not know this could happen as I too send offers to potential buyers. Thanks for keeping us updated. P.S. Please consider selling t-shirts that have a picture of you pointing and saying, don't be fitchy. I'll be the first online to purchase 2 from you for sure. One to wear and the other one to keep in mint condition. It'll be a collector's item. You know, I think that's a great idea. But I really suck at any kind of graphic design or any kind of artistry whatsoever. Is there anybody out there that think they could design a t-shirt like he was describing with me pointing saying don't be fitchy? Because I would be interested in marketing those and making serious coin. Earl 4 Dundas wrote in, what is with that fitchy bird? Now, I assume you're referring to the bird that was off camera that you could hear. A blast from the past wrote, I'm hearing that Chuck E. Baby is suing China. And lastly, Gators Rock Tim T, great video, and hashtag don't be fitchy. Very good comments, guys, last week. Thank you very much. Let us now take a drink from the ceremonial Fox News Cup of Life. It's cold, it's raining, but I still need my drink out of the Fox Cup. Okay, new topics. I didn't mention this last week, but I did touch on it during my snowstorm video Monday. that eBay Open is going to be held July 24th to the 26th. That's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in Mandalay Bay. Prices are as follows. $275 to register for the event. Hotel rooms are $89 per night because eBay got us a break because they have reserved a block of rooms in the Mandalay Bay. So I really would love to see you guys, every one of you guys, at the event this year. I know I met a lot of you good people last year. I know it's still over 3 months away. We got time yet. But starting May 1st, the price is going to go up. So please register before May 1st. Okay? Don't think the $275 is overly expensive, because it's not. eBay feeds us for free all day, every day. Free breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as free snacks in between all of the sessions. Guys, you will get your money's worth. Trust Joey on this, all right? I'd love to see each and every one of you there. As I said earlier, my sales were very good this week again, but my cancels and returns were up. My returns are always high, I get that. But I want to talk more about the cancellations. What is going on? On Monday night, a guy purchased an item from me. Within 1 minute of me getting the notification, I get a cancellation request. So I know, since it was so quick, that eBay showed him the same item cheaper than mine after the purchase. Okay? Now, because I hadn't shipped it, of course, I accepted the cancellation request. About 20 minutes later, I get another sale on eBay. Cha-ching! Within 1 minute, another cancellation request. 2 back-to-back in a row on Monday night. I swear to Christ, this is not right. I honestly believe in my heart that these people are being shown the same items they're purchasing from us at a cheaper price. That's what I think the problem is. I would like to hear from you guys. Have you seen an increase in cancellation requests over the last week or two? And if so, please describe it below. I only had 2 cancellations this week. They were back-to-back, and they were both on Monday night. Right in a row. I've never had that happen before, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. In all fairness, my sales have been steady and consistent, though I am having long periods where I make no sales whatsoever. You know, I don't know if you can see this. But the whole left side of my coat is sopping wet because this part is exposed, but the right side of me is dry. I do not ever remember such cold, cloudy, consistent bad weather in the month of April. Never in my life. And the long-range forecast is another week of this next week. Absolutely no sun whatsoever. In fact, as I said earlier, tomorrow we're going to have snow. And it's going to stick. It's not going to be as bad as the 8 inches we got on Monday, but it's going to be really bad. We cannot get any sun. I don't know what's going on, man. And all my friends out west and down south have been laughing, saying, "Hey, Joe, it's 78 degrees and sunny here," and I'm sitting here in this, day after day after day. All right, I see we're running around the 25-minute mark now, so I don't want to keep you guys any more today. Let's just do a quick rehash, and I'll let you guys go. First of all, have you guys noticed an increase in either returns or cancellations over the last few weeks? And if so, what do you attribute it to? Are you guys planning on going to eBay Open the end of July? If you want to talk about that, that'd be great. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns I have not covered, ask away, and I'll be glad to cover them next week. Every Friday I come out here in the bitter cold, clouds, and rain, and I make these videos to try and help you guys succeed in your eBay selling. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm appreciated and I'm doing the right thing. If you don't think I'm doing a good job, tell me what you want me to hit up next week, and I'll be glad to do so. If you're a fishy person, you may leave me a thumbs down if you want, and we know who's doing that. So yeah, remember, I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thank you for watching. Please, guys, I hope you make a ton of money on eBay this week. I am a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind, and I'm making money online. Remember, this is so important. I know you guys know this,